I've been using Camtasia since 2006, and in fact when I did start using it, it created quite a storm and I had a lot of publicity in the newspapers for the things I was doing. And what I'm going to do today is just show you some of the assets that a lot of people miss that exist in Camtasia. Camtasia has grown and grown, and it does mean that sometimes people, when I'm doing training, I notice they don't realize there are free pictures, there are free titles, etc. So this is all about the hidden gems in Camtasia. Really hope you like the video, and as always, if you do, please like it, please share it, please comment on it, and of course join me on my new channel, Screencast Guru. So if you click up here on media, and there are two areas that I want you to focus on. Firstly, if we've got these kind of three buttons here. If we click on this button here, which is basically what we call our libraries, then you will find that you have a Camtasia 2024 or Camtasia 2023 library. And this is full of assets. And we're going to look at some of these so you're absolutely clear what's available here, because there's a lot of content. Now, the other thing is if you click on this button here, you actually have access to additional Camtasia assets. Now, not all of them are free. Some of them you need to pay for, but actually here as well, there are many additional free assets. And I'm going to show you how to access both lots of content very quickly. So let's start with the actual Camtasia assets. So we're clicking again on media. We're going to make sure that we open up this button here, and then we're going to go into the assets. They're normally right at the top, Camtasia 24, 23, etc. You'll have them. And let's just have a little scroll down, and I just want to point out something about these assets. There's loads of different assets here. You can go down. And if we, for example, looked at this one here, channel kit, and let's just drag down. There's quite a few here that I often use. For example, I often make use of this one here. I'm going to drag this onto the screen and just place it on the screen. Now I've placed it on the timeline. There it is. Now, of course, I can move it around and position it wherever I want, and I can resize it. So if I want it to be bigger or smaller, I can also do that. But also, if you make sure that you click on that particular asset, over here on the right hand side, you've got what you've called the properties of the asset. You can open up the properties box very easily. Now that means that this asset, you can change many things about it. So for example, I've got subscribe, but let's imagine I want to call that join me. And let's say, for example, that I want to choose a different color. And I could choose any of the colors here, or I could choose any of the standard colors here. I can click on them. You can see it's now updated on the screen. Remember, as I said, I could make that bigger. Now, if I play that asset, the animation will play through, and you will see that the colors have been updated. Now, we could even add another asset to that along with that. Why don't we have a bit of music? So we're going to come back up again. We're still in the Camtasia 2024 library. We're going to come to the audio. We've got lots of audio content that we can also add in. So let's say, for example, that I want to add this hip hop chambers. I can drag that and again place that onto the screen. Now, we don't want the audio to be on there forever. So let's say, for example, we're going to just get it to where this animation ends. Going to select that particular object. We're going to cut it and then delete that, because obviously we don't want the audio playing after. And one final thing you might want to do here is just come down. You've got a really nice set of behaviors here. We can fade it out so that only the music plays while the button is appearing on the screen. Now the result of that would be, let's just play this little bit of video to see if it works okay. So let's now play that bit of animation, and we should have music plus. We should have, of course, the button coming onto the screen. Let's just check. Really hope you like the video. Okay, really good. No, and again, that's completely free, or it comes, obviously it's not free, it comes with the price of buying Camtasia, but those assets are really, really useful. And if we come back again, click on media and click again, make sure that we've chosen here the Camtasia 2024 library or 2023 library. There really are a lot of them. I'm just going to come down here and just show you one more example of something that I really like. So if we come down here, I really make a lot of use of these dynamic backgrounds and dynamic fills. Now, if we click here and just open up these dynamic backgrounds, and I'm going to drag a background onto the screen, and we'll use a nice lively one. So let's say, for example, work with this one here. I'm going to drag that onto the screen. And again, if we now move the playhead here, you'll see that what we've got is a sort of almost like a little video going on. Now, what you could do, and this can be really nice, and you do see me doing this, is that I'm now going to come over to my annotations. And for example, I'm going to put on one of the more lively ones. So I'm going to drag this annotation onto the screen. Okay, so now I've got this annotation. So let's say, for example, I want to say chapter 1. These can be really nice as dividers for the different chapters of our video. I'll drag this down, this background down, so it's the same length of time. And I'm just going to move that onto the screen. Actually, I should write chapter 1. So let me just add the word 1 as well. I might want to drag that out and make that a little bit bigger. Now, one thing else that I might want to do just to make it more interesting, I'm going to come over here on the left-hand side, and I'm going to click on behaviors. And I'm going to go for sliding, and I'm going to drag that onto the screen here. So let's just play now this little bit of animation. This could be a really nice chapter divider between the different sections of your video. Let's just play it. Okay, and you just got that animation on the screen for a while, and then it's going to go off. Again, I've done that basically using the free library that's available. Well, it's not free, as I've said before, it comes with the cost of Camtasia, but it's the library that comes with Camtasia. Now, I do actually have a much more extensive video about libraries and how you can create your own libraries. And if you look, for example, if I click on media and come to my here, though I've got a Camtasia 2024 library, I'll also see, look at all these other additional libraries that I've created. So I create my own personal libraries where I save content that I can use time and time again. And if you want to know more about that, I'm going to put that video on the screen now, and you can click on it and learn about libraries, which are really useful for saving time when working with Camtasia. Just a super quick break from the video. If you like the video and you want more free videos about using Camtasia, then please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. All the videos on the website were created using Camtasia, and there is a special section with lots and lots of free Camtasia videos that you can make use of. Now, if you would like to do some training with me in Camtasia, I am a TechSmith recommended Camtasia trainer. You will find me on their website, and you can contact me from my website, either if you're interested in doing one-to-one training, or whether there's a group of you, perhaps you're an institution or an organization that's looking for training amongst several people, contact me and we can talk about organizing the training. That's all. Let's get back to the video. Now, Camtasia also provides lots of additional assets that are not in the Camtasia library, but you need to, again, making sure you clicked on media, click on this section here. Now, if we were to say, look, let's take an example and work with titles. If we click on see all, you can then scroll down and you'll have access to loads of additional titles that you can drag in onto the screen. So let me just show you what I want. Let me just tell you what I mean. Let me just take a really simple one. I'm going to drag this one on action wipe, and I'm going to place that onto the screen. And you'll notice that it just takes a little while to download, and I'm just going to play it for you. Okay, and you see it's a type of animation, and as always you can click on that and then change the properties. So you can write your title here. So let's say I want to say subscribe, for example. I can put that in, and then of course I can change the colors if I want to use different colors, no problem. Very, very flexible. Always with Camtasia, it's one of the things I like about TechSmith Camtasia products is that you can work a lot with the properties, and I like the way that they're all organized. Now, it's very important to understand, have we got access to all of this content? How do you access this content? Now, there's something really important to understand about these assets. You can only access them if you are signed in to your TechSmith account. So at the moment, I've just signed out to show you what happens if you download an asset. So if you drag an asset from here, and you've got here, if you click on the right hand, but let me just cancel that a minute. If I come over to here and I click on the free assets, okay, and I scroll down to find something I'm interested in, let's say for example, let's just take an easy example, and I drag that onto the screen, I won't be able to access it. It won't download because I'm not logged in. I need to be logged in to the system. So how do you log into your Camtasia account? Now, normally when you download for Camtasia for the first time, you actually create an account. I'm going to click up here and I can log in from up here. So I'm going to click on sign in. Okay, I can also, just to show you, so I can sign in from over here, okay, or I can actually go file, and I think I'm right in signing. You can sign in from here as well, okay. So you do need to sign in to your account. So I'm going to just sign in, and as soon as I sign in, I will be able to access the content. So now that I'm signed in again, I can click over here and I can look at the free assets only. There's loads of them that I can access. You can see them all here. I can scroll up and down, and I'm signed in now. And so what will actually happen is anything that I grab from here, let's just come down and see if there's anything I want to work with. Okay. For example, what I can do here as well is just write in what I'm looking for. Let's say I want the titles. Then I can just do an enter and it's going to bring up some titles. And let's say I want to work with this one here. I'm going to drag that onto the screen, and then I've got myself a title. Okay, and of course I can then just come over to the right hand side here and change the properties of the title. But you do need to be signed in to get access to these additional free assets. Remember, we're accessing the free ones. Okay, there's plenty of them, but you're accessing the free ones, not the safe search. But what we're actually looking at is all the free tools that we can actually access. You can pay additional money and have use of a massive library of content, but certainly you've got that additional content for free as part of your Camtasia package. Okay, really hope you liked that video, and as I said before, please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. There is a whole section on using Camtasia. Remember, I am actually a TechSmith Camtasia recommended trainer, and remember, you can contact me if you would like some training either with you as an individual or with your organization and however members. I do run online training, and I do even run sometimes face-to-face training depending on the country. Finally, if you're interested in building up a YouTube channel, because that's what I use predominantly, I use Camtasia for, that is to build up my YouTube channel and make videos on my YouTube channel. And as you can probably see, if you visit teachertrainingvideos.com YouTube channel, I've got more than 80,000 subscribers. How did I do that? I do run a course. You can put your name on the waiting list. You can see it on the front page there. You can sign up, and then the next time that I'm running that course, I'll let you know. It's a course where basically in 2 hours I explain everything. So it's not a long course, it's a webinar where I go through the whole process. I tell you exactly everything that you need to know, and it's going to save you hours and hours and hours of study. That's how I learned, watching many videos on YouTube and doing various courses. I literally summarize everything so you know what I did to get to 80,000 subscribers. I'm going to leave some more videos on the screen now that you might find interesting, and thank you very much.